Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah rahman rahim. Welcome back, man. Welcome back. Yes, my brothers and sisters. We're back. Early in the morning. So I thought to myself, you know what? I missed yesterday. I apologize to anyone that came in that want to tune into yesterday. But I was on other platforms yesterday. I thought, you know what? Let me take a break. Got home late and I thought, you know what? It's too late. Let me just enjoy a couple of streams, and it was mental. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I went on Sister Zubaida's channel and had an interesting dialogue with her, a couple of the brothers as well. They had their little usual rants. We hate SS, but we love you, so it's one of them ones there. So I thought to myself, you know what? Let's kick it off Alizé early in the morning, crack a dawning. So talk to me. It is Super Sunday. Oh, I forgot to put the date in. I'll change my title up a little bit. Let me just change it up. Usually I like to, put the dates in and whatnot. Just realised. Gosh. How you been, SS family? Talk to me, my people. Then talk to me. I'm gonna send out the link. So if anyone wants to jump in early in the morning, if you guys want to jump in, you jump in. You know them ones. So yeah. Man. Just wanted to catch up and see what a morning vibe will be early Sunday before I go to speakers corners. I thought I was have a couple of words with a couple of the people. Then see who wants to jump in, do this early morning thing. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of enjoyed it last time. Last time I think we did it. I think it was last Sunday. We started around about these times and we just carried on all day and it just popped. I'm not gonna lie to you. So hopefully something could change today as well. I think everyone's usually asleep these times, so hopefully like we can get something popping. So the link's right there if anyone wants to jump in, jump in. Otherwise, you're just gonna see me. You're gonna listen to me monologuing, and that's not really my art. It's not my forte. Not really. Yeah, man. So let me just send it out to one, two other people as well. Just sort this out this way. Yes, Yusuf Satin. Welcome, my brother. How you doing? You gave me salam. Malahsare. How you been, man? I don't want to see, man. The link's right there. Have a little conversation if you want to come through in it. So big up Yusuf. First one in the chat. You know the one. So yeah, man. So I don't know what to talk about today, man. I said that's why I made an open mic. I thought, you know what, because yesterday we missed it, and I really want to see what the early mornings are saying. Like, you know, the ones I really want to see what early morning streams are like. If there's a audience that they touch it on, the bus, maybe gym car or something. So I thought, you know what? They got on Raheno. That's what we do. That's what we do in SS. They got on Raheno podcast. So anyway, let me flip it up. Wayagi, hadين نفهم ونفهم دونا hadين نبرم دونا Somali speakers. Yeah, man. I got told to change my name the other yesterday as well. Like, oh my god, so I don't know. Yeah, so I wanted to ask the audience, you guys happy with the name? Should there be a name change? Or should we keep it SS? It's got that little ribbon, man. I like it. Even some people they disrespect my logo the other day. They're like, how do you have a logo like this? So is it the fact that Bill Adam can book an arm and you blood monk and encourage? And that's what I'm starting to realize, the ones. Yes, my brother. Big up. Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Yusuf, how are you, my brother?
I'm doing well.
How you doing, my brother? Where you from? Stateside?
I'm from Minnesota.
Yeah, man. Come on. My brother's from the mini. I love that shit. My brother's from the mini. Welcome, side of the world, man.
I'm saying, man, you guys are what? London,
Yeah,
England,
UK. Yeah, UK. What time is it
UK.
over there, my brother?
5:02, 5 a.m.
5 a.m. And you up this time or you going to sleep or do you just wake up?
No. I'm up right now.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
my brother. Welcome. Thank
I'm
you for, coming on my panel and, keeping the brother company and all of that. I don't usually do it this time. Usually I do my streams in the evening.
right.
But because today I'm going to be in speaker's corner, I'm going to be shooting, doing stuff. Well, you know what, let me just do a couple of hours, see if there's a crowd, see if the people's there. And that's about it, man.
Speaker's Corner. That's like that's where they do
Mm.
the debates and what have you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but the debates have been taken over by these religious nut jobs. And it's
Why do you
like,
call them religious nut jobs?
there's some people who like Dean to washing. And it's like, For me, I was trying to explain this yesterday. Like, I think I kind of everyone's like, oh, you disrespected the whole thing. I'm like, no, not really. I don't see no more da'wah there. I don't see people getting. I just see people debating about religion.
Yeah,
You
it's
get what I'm
just a
coming from?
flex, huh?
Yeah, it's just a and bro, how? Well, my God, your God, he's God, she's God. It's just yeah, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it's just a battleground, cause and it's just like yeah. But you know, obviously, there's a couple of us who are gonna try to change it up. You get where I'm coming from, yeah, and you know, try
Right.
have that conversation. You know, try have it different conversation. Big up, my brother. You get me?
Yeah, I get.
Internal. What the hell does that mean? Big up. MashaAllah. Mashallah. You, yes, I don't know what that means, my brother, but yo, I like you still. Big up yourself. So talk to me, Minnesota, man. Yusuf, man. Talk to me. How's it like over there? And what is it? How's it like growing up as a Somali in Minnesota?
Wallahi, you know,
They call it
it's
home from
been
home. They call it the state. They call it Somalia from outside Somalia. Is that true?
yeah, I think it's
No.
true.
Because you've got the largest population of Somalis that outside Somalia that they reside in Minnesota. Well, like I mean, you like a million deep out there.
Is it bigger than London? Is it bigger than the UK area?
Well, you know what? For some strange reason, yeah. The other day there was a census or something, you know, well, yeah, and they said there's only about 150,000 of us. One night, bro. I was like, what? Because living in London, every corner, middle about you see Somali workers in it. You see, and I thought to
Yeah,
myself, wow, the whole UK we're only 100, like Megala, like Cardiff, Okala, Leicester, Birmingham, like, and I thought we would have been numbers.
right, right. I mean, Somalis usually live close together. They try to
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Mm-hmm.
tight knit. They kind of live close together. But
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota, I know in Minneapolis, if I mean, I didn't grow up in Minneapolis. I grew up in like the suburban area, Mark, with the
Yeah.
Adans. Yeah,
Yeah, you had that good life, the good life.
yeah, I got the good life for sure, man.
That's
Um,
good. Mm.
so I think the folks in Minneapolis are kukura Somalidooda xoogaa way fiican yihiin, you know.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I'm a little too adan for some of the Somalis here.
I hear you, bro. There's nothing wrong being different. There's nothing wrong, but
No,
I hear
nothing
there's
wrong at all.
nothing wrong, my bro. I promote people being different out here, man. I like to hear different people's voices, but I wanted to say something. What is the violence like over there? Because I'm hearing there's a hell of violence over there. Somalis are dropping Somalis left, right, center. Is it mostly Somalis at the Kalala, the Alame? What's going on?
Oh, the heat is ridiculous. The heat
Mm,
here is ridiculous. There's
mm,
no man. There is absolutely nobody who's doing any sort of
mm,
positive moves when it comes to the illicit game here. You know what I mean? It's
mm-hmm,
just real. It's not even greed. It's just petty
mm-hmm,
uh misgrievances. Nobody's
mm-hmm,
calm. Everybody,
mm-hmm,
a male with a handgun is acting incredibly,
mm-hmm,
naive and
mm-hmm,
stupid.
mm-hmm.
Nobody, I don't know. They like, I mean, back when I used to grow up, when I was
Yeah.
I'm 26. So when I was like 16, man, last month, 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm,
it was okay to get into like fist fights and stuff like that,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
But nowadays, it's like they don't even
They,
fist fight anymore. The young guys, they don't even fist fight anymore. It's like, you know what I mean? The guy is 14 and he has like
have a
AK. It's crazy.
AKR.
Yeah,
Hi.
something like that. Like an M16. Like a handgun that's bigger. I'm not too familiar with it. I don't really vibe that way. Just try to stay
Mm-hmm.
away from it. But
Mm.
it's ridiculous. It's petty. The violence here is just petty.
I
People
know
are
because
getting dropped left and right, but the people who
wallahi.
are getting dropped, it's
Mm.
unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah, wallahi. But would you said something interesting? There's no one tackling this in America. Big up Ahmed, my brother. Okay, yeah, early one. This one. You, Yusuf, you said something interesting, my brother. Yeah, that stuck out for me right now. You said no one's actually actively tackling this. Why do you think that
Not
is?
that I see. Yeah, not that I
Not
see.
that you see, not that you see, but why do you think this is in the communities? Why can't comes being because we had a similar problem, but in London it's more of a knife crime. Like a hell of Somalis kids like about Like, you might imagine the whole of London, 150 people died, and about a good 10, 11 was Somali through knife crime. So it was a big, and that's why I started speaking. I'm not gonna lie to you. I said, you know, what's going on with the youngers? What's going on with
Mm.
this Discord? How comes we don't have this community? Like, how comes all the Salama are running around saying Allah indicate and I tell you where Papa and I don't see no one speaking about it. That's why I thought, you know what, let me open up Somali speakers. Let's do this. Let's have this conversation. You get where I'm coming from, bro?
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Mm,
Um. Well, in terms of positivity, if there's one thing that I noticed in our community here
yeah.
is they're getting really good at mental health.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting incredibly good at mental health. It's almost like more people are becoming experts at it. More people are being more aware of it. You know, and I see some of the youth. They they're okay to go see a psychiatrist or a psychologist. It's more, yeah, and it's more natural these days to do that. And people pivot, people change their lives because of it, because they see that maybe the way that they're vibing is petty, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not putting a lot of self-respect in their own identity and their own agenda in the future,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so yeah. And
I
I
do
always
think.
say it's
Go
good
ahead,
to
you do.
just it's good to be ambitious enough to say, I'd rather put in some effort to get sued in the future, like for $1 million deal or something like that, than get shot in the streets, you know?
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. But maybe
Yeah,
what
pick
some
your
of these
poison.
pick your poison. I totally get where you're coming from. But broski, what do you think? Do you think there's a lack of initiative, or do you think a lot of the brothers we've got the same problem probably across Europe and across the board, in it? Where okay, there is somewhat. Look, listen, I hate to always put down my nation and say, you know what, sinning, you're sinning. But if we speak to the key facts, do you think a lot of these young brothers is it lack of education, lack of motivation? Is it, you know what, fuck it, I can make more money in the streets just standing on a block? I'm not sure, Yusuf. What do you think it is?
Well, I think it's a lack of adventurism. I think guys Marite in their youth, um Adanska, their adventurism is to join the Marines. We don't have
Mm,
something like that. We need
mm-hmm,
we need to like for a long time, like way back in the day when the whole Al Shabaab was going on and stuff like that, a lot of
mm-hmm,
the youth my age were thinking about that,
mm,
myself included at times. But
mm,
alhamdulillah, I didn't act upon it.
mm,
I changed my minds and what have you. But
mm-hmm,
it's a burning desire for adventurism, I think, and
mm-hmm.
from the
No,
guys,
yeah, go ahead, bro.
we're not good at school, man. Like guys, like we're masculine, we want to build
Mm,
stuff, we want to destroy stuff,
mm,
we want to tinker with things.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
I feel like, do you think like as a community, maybe you're from America to London, we might learn something. Do you think like we need to start looking at setting up places and saying, yo, if your kid is lacking or you're scared, let them come here like a disciplinary boot camp sort of place? Or do you think we molecule the kids too much? Instead of
No, no,
Duncan
no,
Ellis, yeah,
no.
because I don't really rate this Duncan Ellis thing. I think that's just it doesn't
I
help.
think it's a sham. Well, yeah, Nakan Alice is a sham. It doesn't make any damn sense to me. But yeah, you're right. That is a good idea. Like, having some sort of facility far from the cities, that maybe an hours or two drive from the
Mm-hmm.
cities, to go over
Mm-hmm.
there and learn about combat from
Mm-hmm.
one of your fellow Somalis. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
who's maybe experienced with the military, like the Marines or something like that, who happens to be Somali.
Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome. That would be
I think
awesome.
that's what I think, man. I was like, yo, a little. 'Cause I feel like some of these kids are being moleculed, like Hoyodo, like, and I feel like maybe Somali the Raga, Garanza. I think Hoyodo bad in the Mahandile. I know in Kaya, and I feel like a lot of them are moleculed. Like a lot of these,
Absolutely.
especially grown ass men. I see grown ass men. Like I'm in my early 30s and I'm 33, my brother. Yeah, I see
Mm.
grown ass men my age, like, and I think to myself, like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And do you think that, like, you can't? And then later on, like, the man hasn't been taught to be a man. Do you get what I'm coming from? I feel like a lot of men are not taught to be men. Are we allowed to be men? That's another question.
Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah, we're you're right. You're definitely right, man. The dads are in the coffee shops or something like that, and
Talking
the
about the
moms
war.
are yeah, and the moms are not necessarily wanting men to become violent or even learn how to use a handgun or clean a handgun.
Mm-hmm. Wait. We say learn and clean it up, bro. Man from the UK, you know, bro. We don't have none of them things there.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, it's pretty natural. We could go to the gun range any day. It's kind of
I just,
free.
I just, I,
America is that's one of the blessings of America is the Second Amendment.
yeah.
I feel like it's a great blessing to be an American and have that Second Amendment right, but it's abused. People do kill each other for petty reasons.
Second Amendment is it the one to the right to bear arms?
Yeah, yeah, the right to bear arms. Yeah,
Yeah, but isn't that ridiculous? Like, especially with the mass shootings and all of that. Yeah. Like, for me, I'll be surprised if I could go to my local super. Like, you guys got Walmart, innit? You could actually go in there and buy a gun straight away in under 15
Ab-
minutes.
absolutely. Yeah,
As long as the paperwork, everything's legit. Because they're trying to say
yeah.
like they're trying to say there's 300 million people in America, right?
Hmm.
And they're like there's more than like from 6 to 8 million guns. So that means each person's got like 3, 4 guns there, accessible to them, minimum.
Yeah.
So
Man,
how
I
do you
don't
feel?
remember I don't remember a quote, but I was reading a book. A Japanese general was telling one of his cohorts
Mm.
why it's a bad idea to directly invade the U.S. And he said, for every grass of blade, there's four guns or something like that. You know what I mean? It's a deterrent, man. The Second Amendment is a deterrent. I think it's a huge geopolitical deterrent.
Mhm.
Um, if you want to invade a country like America, you're not just invading you're not just contesting what you're taking from the military. You got to contest it with the civilian masses too. They have guns.
That's
You're
true,
gonna
Yusuf.
knock on every door.
Mm. No, that's true. That's true, Yusuf. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is 100. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
That is. So it's like, fuck, man. The violence level must be crazy around there. Like literally, if I don't think I don't think I would have made it past 21 if I was there. Literally,
Um.
because you could just see two people getting heated and one guy bang straight away.
Well,
There's no.
it is like that, man. But I don't know, man. It's unfair for me to say that you should avoid that crowd or something like that. But then your youth, you know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do? Who are you gonna hang out with? It's
Mm,
unpredictable on a daily day basis.
it is. It is. I can imagine that. I can imagine
Yeah.
that. I could imagine the Hoyas. Like the Hoyas must be over there. Must be scared as hell. I'll be a parent. I'll be scared. Like, especially in the UK. Literally, that's why I feel like. Do you think raising kids back home helps? Because a lot of young generation, well, the young parents now, they're like, you know what? A lot of them are like, I don't even want to raise you out of this country no more. From the West. What do you think about that, Yusuf?
Can you repeat that?
I said, Yusuf, basically, a lot of young parents that I speak to and engage with, they're like, I'm not too comfortable to raise my kids in this country no more. What do you think of that?
Um. Yeah, it depends on what the age of the child is and the gender. I think it's a little bit different. Um, if the child is like really young and you want to take them back to the motherland, maybe usur tegalaya, but taking somebody who's about to become a teenager or in high school years to Africa is a incredibly terrible idea. You're just, I think you're just confusing them even more. They're already in a confusing environment to begin with. And you're gonna bring them to some other environment that they're not familiar with. They're at that adolescent age is where people find their who they are.
Sorry, Yusuf. My brother, I was talking for a little while and I didn't realize my mute was off.
Oh no, it's all
Okay,
good.
Broski, I wanted to ask you, how did you find this channel, if you don't mind me asking?
Ah man, it's YouTube.
It just came up in you.
I wouldn't know. Um,
You're into
I like
debating, though. You're into debating and conversation and podcasting. I think,
I love a lot of. I've listened to a lot of podcasts,
hmm
audio books.
hmm
I have a you know a high attention span for long lectures. You know what I mean?
hmm
I just love that. I vibe with it.
I know, my bro. And we do long streams. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes we do about
And
7 to 8
I've
to
watched
10.
several of them. I think the
Oh,
one memorable one was somebody was talking about uh, having some sort of committee or an organization for
mm,
Somaliland that's
mhm.
related to the United Nations or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Which
Yeah,
is,
and he,
what do you think of that? I think that's a bit daft.
I
I think
have
that's a
no
bit.
idea. That
Hello, Yusuf. Hello, hello, guys. Can you hear me, Yusuf?
my bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just paused. You said you were talking about a guy making a commission about Somaliland. You were on that.
Yeah. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know the details.
Mm-hmm.
When I listened to it a while back,
Mm-hmm.
but I forgot much of the details. But there was a back and forth. Some people were like, why
Yeah,
don't you do it for Somalia's sake or something like that?
yeah.
And he said, I think his point was it's just another flex. It's just
Mm-hmm.
another organization, another flex, but you do it under a different name, but you'd be doing it for the Somali people.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think about that? Well, are you one of them people? Are you a unifist? Are you a separatist? You on like what's your stance on that? Be
Man,
honest, man, bro. Be honest.
I am totally off the radar when it comes to this, my guy. It's
Mm-hmm.
animatic. Uh, I'm an anarcho-capitalist, what they call it, anarcho-capitalist.
What's that? Break that
So
down for me. That's a big word there. Anarcho-capitalist. I like that, my brother Yusuf. Go on, break that down. No brother. Some of us live on the wallah. No
yeah,
brother. Yeah, no brother, man. If I don't, I'm one of them brothers. If I don't know something, I always like, I don't know.
mm,
Let's not be around the
yeah,
bush, man. What is it? What's that?
anarcho-capitalism. I don't really like the word, to be honest with you. It's a good idea. I like the idea.
The
Maaragtay,
concept.
fursada.
Yeah.
But the word is very confusing because anarchy is sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it's used in it's viewed negatively. Anarchy is disorder, nobody likes it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
capitalism is viewed negatively because the
Certain
liberals,
governments.
and yeah,
Yeah.
they say that, oh, while like
Mm-hmm.
you know they're gonna use you. Capitalism is like a usurious type of uh
Mm-hmm.
idea. I don't agree
Yeah,
with
bro.
that,
Yeah.
but that's how it's viewed, unfortunately. But
Mm-hmm.
anarcho-capitalism, basically, it's an idea where it says that the government, there is no government, basically, and that people vibe with each other through contracts and natural law. And like maybe the Somali hair system is a perfect example, right? The legal system like that.
Yeah.
um but there's one principle that is in the anarcho-capitalism. There's one principle that sits on top, and it's called the non-aggression principle.
Okay. Great.
All it stipulates is that you don't cause harm to one's property or person,
Mm-hmm.
right? And yeah, that's basically what it is. So I mean, imagine London, with everything is privatized. The highway is privatized.
Yeah.
Your public services is privatized. The government has no say. Nobody pays any taxes. Everybody pays some sort of subscription fee for using these services, maybe through an
Okay.
app or sophisticated agreements through communities and what have you. That
Yeah.
this idea won't ever work. This idea won't ever work if people are, always thirsty and hungry for uh, a fiat sort of government. You know what I mean? This arbitrary notion of, we need a government.
Yeah.
But, I believe it could work if people came together and was like, you know what, let's just vibe with each other through contracts. All we need is a contract, right? And the judicial system is privatized. You would opt into the judicial system. You tell the judicial system, hey, I'd pay a subscription fee to,
But you see on that, how do Yusuf, the one flaw I saw in that, yeah, how do people with less income, how would that affect you? If you're not in a status quo like rich.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
I said, how would that work for poor people?
With respect to poverty and poor people, Marte, it's a fact of life that there are people that are poor, okay, and then people that are rich. Okay, if you lived in a socialist setting, there would be people that are poor and people that are rich. If we look at history carefully, right,
Yeah,
the single greatest invention, capitalism and money, took the most people out of poverty. You get me?
Yeah. Okay, yeah,
So, and a good example is this. In U.S. history, the United States, the people here, they're very generous. They're considered one of the most generous people. Way back in the 1930s and what have you. It's unfortunate I can't really cite this off the top of my head, but
I'll
Google
have
it
a
if
go
you
at
will. I'm just talking out of my ass. But
yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. You're not the only one, bro. So we're just making it
okay,
flow.
yeah,
Don't be shy, man.
yeah, man. You've heard of the Great Depression, right?
Yeah. I know about that in the 30s.
When the Great Depression was happening, there was a massive amounts of wealthy individuals and corporations who opened up soup kitchens, and you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
human beings, what I like about anarcho-capitalism or free capitalism, it allows human beings to be generous. You don't need the government to be generous. When people choose willingly to help other people out, it's a beautiful thing. But when you add the government, it's like a gun to your face. It's like, here's a gun to your face. We're gonna have to help these people out. That's what taxation is. You get me? Like
Okay.
taxation is just organized mafia. It's just an organized flex.
Yeah,
That's all it
I
is.
understand. I understand. But you see this anarcho-capitalism you're talking about. How do you think you could implement that in modern Kenya? What would be initiatives to say, you know what? Because you know what? Let's be honest, we're split up left, right, center, right?
Oh yeah.
Somaliland, Somalia, Jubaland, Puntland, Somali Galbed, Djibouti, all split up. So how do you think that could work in the Horn? How would you make it
Um.
work? Like with the Somali hair thing? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, the Somali heart. One of the beautiful things about Somalia is it's when you look at its lack of government, right?
Mm, mm.
The way that we just solve problems through the BS character is
Yeah,
amazing.
it's
It's
amazing. It's amazing.
amazing. It's
Well,
amazing.
I read
You know what I
something.
mean?
I don't know if someone told me something or I read something where they said Somalia. I think they cut us off and we just traded with ourselves. Like we weren't allowed to import and export, but we just traded and we survived. So it shows you
Yeah,
the resilience. Like even when the world says, "Oh, you're not allowed to do nothing," and I'm assuming Karasam we can survive.
absolutely.
So that shows me determination. But it's getting all these people together and say, you know what? Should we have another go at unification, or is it too late?
See, I just don't. This whole idea of unification and
Mm.
what have you, for me personally, right? And I know it's not a reality because this idea that I'm espousing is just way too off the walls. Honestly, it would take centuries to
Implement.
get people to even know about it. To even know about it, you get me,
Mm-hmm.
and to appreciate it. at a scholastic level, but
Mm-hmm.
assuming that people want freedom,
Mm-hmm.
and they're okay with that idea of coming together and just having a contractual vibe without the government, it's very possible. It's incredibly possible. You know, all they have to do is say, um, you know, it is what it is. You know, if we have a contract and we abide by the non-aggression principle, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I know author Milton Friedman,
Yeah.
the economist, right? Famous
Have you
economist
started?
Milton Friedman.
What have you? Sorry, what have you studied? You, Yusuf? You into numbers? You were one of them like accountants or something.
No, 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 no. I haven't been to college.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not the only one. Join the club, man. I ain't been to uni or college or anything.
Okay.
Big up, big up. My brother just come in the building. My brother from Australia. Love, love. Mohammed, come through, man. Come through, man. Jump on the panel, my bro. He's another guy. He's from Australia. It's 5 in the morning for you. It's 11 in the morning for me, and I bet you any money it's about fucking 1 o'clock over his time. I don't know what time it is for him. Big up, big up. But seeing as we're scattered around the world, that gave me an idea. Yeah. Do you think there could be a global Somali diaspora movement?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Because that's the aim that we're trying to do in Somali speakers. Like literally, I just thought, you know what? How can I speak to all my young brothers and sisters around the world? And we might not be the generation that makes change, but we could start. You get where I'm coming from?
Right, right. Yeah, man. It's all about the journey, and if,
Yeah.
yeah, the way that you're doing it is a great way to start the journey for sure, or
And
be part of it.
dialogue. Yeah,
Yeah.
man, be dialoguing, get everyone talking. What's going on? What's our grievances? Do we still hate each other? Do we love each other? And that's
Right.
about it. And then, what is this? With me, like I said, yeah, I'm anti-colonialism, yeah. But
Mhm.
yet again, like, look, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Somalilander, proud Somalilander. I said some disgusting things about and I'm not gonna lie, I hope people will forgive me for what I've said. Like, you know, I've said reckless things. You get where I'm coming from, but
Mhm.
at the end of the day, I'm a still firm believer of Somali Nimo, you know? Like, you
Right.
know, if any Somali brother or sister I see on the road, at the end of the day, I'm gonna help you, I'm one of them people in it, but it gets to a situation where are we do you think are we willing to help each other out? I don't know, I don't understand. I don't get why we've got this supreme thing called Hasid Nimo Yusuf. You
Mm.
know, I'm coming from my brother. We've got that, and I don't understand it. Like in
Yeah.
diaspora countries, we're all together. Like if you just see a Somali, anything happen to them, you be the first to jump in. We all know this. Big out and learn that in it, yeah. But why can't we make
Yeah.
that transition, that energy back home? Because
Uh,
one thing is, Yusuf, I said to a lot of people, yeah, like my idea would be let's rip all the flags down, name the country something else, and we give everyone an equal playing field.
oh, I can. I had an idea once. I said, call the country Dar es Salaam. The
Mm,
land of peace. Right. Not
yes.
not 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 from a not from like necessarily like an Islamic vibe, right?
Mm-hmm.
But just call it Dar es Salaam, the land of peace. You know what I mean? That way you open the world, you actually invite the world to participate in, that particular region more
Mm-hmm.
often. You know how incredibly awkward it is for somebody in Japan to come to Somalia and, I don't know, like start a business there, open up a headquarters in Somalia.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
You'd be
y-
kind of surprised, you know. I was in Hargeisa recently,
mhm,
2018. I spent about 18 months there,
mhm.
and the amount of Oriental Asians, well, I wouldn't control go on Nasa. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like raw, like I hate to say this here, but well, like one of my friends, he's from your bits. He's from the stateside. He's from Ohio, yeah, and we were chilling one day, yeah, and we were there for a little while. He's like, Khalid, have you noticed all the Eiga Magalada when Makani? And I said, you fucking cunt. He's like, yo, they're making restaurants. Where's all the Eiga? All the wild dogs, where are they? They're gone, Khalid. I'm like,
Oh
raw.
my god.
Because we actually went there. Imagine eating sweet and
I can't
sour,
imagine.
sweet and sour hilib gel, like Chinese style hilib gel. I was like, oh, these lot are actually moving in. But and what was it when we were jumping on the plane from Addis to Hargeisa? Literally half the plane was full of India. Literally, my grandma was like, you know, machine almost on Hargeisa. Where we going? We're going China or something. I was like, oh. So do you think at the same time, yeah, letting these dot can invest in but do you think in Alaska as well? Do you recommend that?
Nah, I'm all about freedom. I'm all about like invite the world to Somalia. Let them bring the talents. This is one of the reasons why America is
Assalamu
so
alaikum, brothers.
powerful.
Alaikum assalam, Ahmed Guri.
Yes,
Assalamu
yes, Khalid. And Yusuf, Assalamu alaikum, Yusuf.
Wa alaikum salam.
Carry on.
You're saying invite them. Invite the
Yeah,
world in.
invite them. Yeah. Don't let them plunder the place. Just tell them, whatever you want to like. Invite them. Tell Toyota to open up a headquarter in Mogadishu or something.
Mm-hmm.
And say, hey, it's zero taxes. We're not going to get any financial support by doing that, but what we'll get is maybe a lot more jobs. What we'll get is a lot more opportunities for Somalis to learn, automobile building and stuff like that. There could be an initiative between the government and the corporation in question.
No, I totally dig that. Ahmed Guri, Iwaran.
Alhamdulillah, brother. Alhamdulillah.
Man, Yusuf's comment, he's dropped some powerful thing, but I'm gonna look that up, Yusuf, bro. You know that economy, what was it? Capitalism.
Anarcho-capitalism, I think.
No?
Was it anarcho-capitalism, yeah?
Well, do you know anything about that?
Anarcho-capitalism, yeah.
To be honest, I haven't heard of it till he mentioned it. Like.
Kind of strange. Yeah, man. You guys
a
think of
good
the
book
moon
on that. A good book on that is George Friedman, Machinery of Freedom.
Okay.
Machinery of Freedom, yeah. I have to look that up. Yes, Ahmed Guri, what a man. Last night I didn't do a stream.
Nah, yeah, I know. Are you doing one tonight?
I'm gonna do basically. I'm gonna go Speaker's Corner.
Yeah.
Around about in the next 2 hours or so, innit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a live stream. See if I can do a couple of videos there. Maybe one Arab guy by Guira Hanat and I'm taking Dona or Halid Dona. You know what I'm
Yeah. It's not Ahmed Ali, is it?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna see Ahmed Ali today.
Yeah. Well, there's something wrong with him, man.
I don't know what I'm up to, but I don't know.
Right,
I'm gonna go see him anyway. I'm gonna go where
Yeah.
You know what I'm on.
Yeah, of course. I hear you.
Apart from that, I just thought, you know what, plus, you know what it was, yeah? I got tired last night by the time I got home. And I thought to myself, you know what, let me just miss it out. Let me do it in the morning.
Yeah.
A couple of hours, go do some shoots, come back, do another stream. I'm gonna do another one later on in the evening for us as well.
True. Usually you do one on Monday, one Wednesday, and Sunday anyway. So the three streams is more than enough, I think, Khalid.
Yeah, man. But you know what it is, man. I've been getting a lot of heat, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of heat. The other day I got told change the channel name.
Why?
You told me.
That's what you know. Khalid, if you're not getting haters, you're doing something wrong. That's what they say. Right?
I know, but then again, do you know what it is? Yeah, like I spoke to a famous YouTuber.
Yeah.
Proper famous YouTuber. You know them ones, G Block plus Somali speakers family. Yeah. So like I was saying, I was gonna say like it's not even that. It's like when I spoke to a famous YouTuber. Yes, my brother Ralph in the building. My brother, guy that I love talking to. No, do you know what it is? It's like when I spoke to this famous YouTuber. Yeah, you're probably gonna see him on the channel soon, innit?
Yeah.
He's like, are you mad? Why do you associate and get in with these people? And I was like, what? Like, and sometimes it is like it's weird because I could just do videos all day long and just bang out videos every week for you guys. Yeah, but I feel like that's frivolous. That doesn't. And I've always believed this is Somali speakers. You know, Ahmed, like speaking to Yusuf, what's in Minnesota, my brother Mohammed is in the chat. He's from Australia right now. We got my brother Dusty in the building. You get me? He's already made a comment. You get me? He's already made yeah. So yeah, And that's what it is. And I feel like Somalians, I don't think they're ready for dialogue.
No, they're not, man. They're not.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? It's just I think you carry on doing what you're doing, Khalid, man. Well, like,
No, we have to. No, we're not gonna stop.
You're gonna get some people that are gonna be against what you're doing, innit? That's just the way it goes.
I just find that weird.
You just gotta carry on, man. That's what I think.
I find that weird. I just really.
Yeah.
It's not even that. I'm not used to it. You know, is it? Like, imagine, can not like everything that honest is got and it's like, nah. So YouTube has got its like downside to it.
It does. People are some people don't become مشغولين. That's what.
Yeah, man. That's why I think I'm not sure that I think you're not going to. You love how they what's going on? Think chill out, man. This ain't that deep.
Yeah, I know. It's a free country, innit? You know what I mean? You can go anywhere.
I feel like social media has got some weird impact on people.
It's got, you know what it is? Social media is like a tool, innit? You can use it good or for bad, innit? Depends on how you use it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's got a lot of benefits, like links up to all the different people, and like users from Minnesota, as you said, in there. So we've got a chance, and we hit like different perspectives.
And that's what it is, man. Like even today, I'm gonna like just talking to Yusuf right now. It's gonna make me look at these books that you just subscribed, and I'm gonna be looking into that. And I'm gonna be like, but that seems like a system where we use people on contracts. That's beautiful.
Of course.
But yeah, Dusty, man. It's an early one today, man. No, do you know what it is, Dusty? I'm gonna do this for the next couple of hours. Get ready, have a shower, go do live stream, YouTube videos. I'll go see Ahmed Arab. I mean, what's his name? Ahmed Ali. I'm gonna stare at him for a little bit, and then boy, that's about it. And then I'm gonna do and then later on we're gonna do a stream in the evening.
You know what Speaker's Corner though? Isn't it like they're gonna be strict now on the rule of 6 and that? Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. That's bullshit.
Yeah, they don't. I've noticed that, man. Last time they said no one paid attention to it.
Yeah, man. Big up my brother Mahad in the building. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Come on, yeah, man. I saw you in the chats yesterday, beating up what's his name, Ezra. I saw some room, in these different platforms.
Oh, okay.
That's another brother. He's from Atlanta as well, Yusuf. Have you ever been to Atlanta?
Oh no, I haven't been to Atlanta. No.
ATL.
No, I've never been.
You get me? Yeah, man. Nah, I see someone beating that man in the comments yesterday, taking certain man down. I was like, Sam's on one today. But nice to see you're not part of the boycott team. You know them ones, man. I hear there's a couple of people trying to boycott the channel now, and I'm happy. I'm looking for a boycott.
Yeah.
Or does that sound weird? Like I literally want to boycott.
Well, you know what? Let them carry on. That's why I say, all right. No one's, they don't want to be here. They don't have to be here, right?
You don't have to. You don't have to be here, man. Come on, big up my brother. But talk to me about Ahmed. I want to ask you something. Are you're Sufi, innit? You're not the Sufi, innit? You're not Sufi.
You know what, bro? I'm just Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah in it, but I don't know. I'm not a what you call it, like a Salafi or Wahhabi in it. Like that's not me, really.
Nah, that's not me as well, innit, man. I'm just a normal, regular Muslim. That was before 9/11 Muslim. That's what I always like to say. I like to keep it old school, mighty.
Yeah.
I like to keep my shit old school. Like, I don't know about these names and are you this or you that. Nah, man, just a brother that. Sometimes I pray, sometimes I don't, innit. Yeah, Allah, put me on the right path. And
judgment is only for Allah, man. That's why I don't like people that are kind of, you should do this, you should do this. Ilahi ba hakim al-muqti. He's the only one that can judge. It's not your brother.
And that's what it is, man. That's what it is. And that's I feel like a lot of people need to stop being judgmental.
Definitely.
And that's what it is. I think like I don't know, man. And I feel like to myself, this whole victimization thing of, right, toughen up, my brothers and sisters, man. Come on, man. We went through the Galban Marne, and then all of a sudden sensitive. Nigga lalia, man. That's why I look at a lot of males nowadays, innit? And I feel like a lot of males with female tendencies.
Yeah.
Is that crazy? And I think smoker. No, I don't even know. I don't think certain male clock they got female tendencies.
That's true. I know what you mean. There is, man. So what do they call it? Akhir Zaman, a sign of Qiyamah.
Man, with respect to females, though, it could be worse.
True.
Yeah. You say.
Yeah. I hate what Dusty's saying, Khalid, but you know what it is? Some people just take it too far, man. Do you know what I mean? Like as in with this, the haram police, you know what you call it, trying to police everything you do. Do you get my point?
The haram police.
Yeah.
Haram police.
Some people take it too far with that one.
No, I just think, like, some people literally deen to a question.
Yeah.
And so when I was listening to her, I don't know if it's hadith or it's in the Quran, where you have to live your life balanced. And I feel like certain people are so wrapped around something, they forgot to do really.
Yeah, of course, man.
And then run town one accent, yeah. We're Muslims out here, man. We grew up in Muslim households. Yeah. I'm starting to notice half these brothers and sisters, they're not even on the deen. They're not on the deen, rude boy. They ain't on the deen, fam. Because if you're really on the deen, we know our brothers and sisters that are in the mosque.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course, exactly.
They're in the Massachusetts, bro. They will never come. Like the other day, I was trying to bring one of my without brothers, and he's like, "What internet?" And again, like, what them be? He didn't even. He just kept it. He's just kept it rolling with his khamis. He's like, "Man, all of this, man. I'm not even interested in this. I'm not warranting."
Yeah, but that's the thing. See, like a stream like this, though, is trying to bring people from all different perspectives. You know, it's not limited speech.
Yeah. It's not limited for no one, but then again, has to be limitations, man. That's why I don't really like, the blasphemy.
Yeah.
I don't like none of my brothers and sisters to put anyone else's religion down. That's one thing it bothers me. Another thing what bothers me is talking about other streams.
Yeah. So good. That's a good rule, man. That's a good
rule, man. Because the conversation needs to flow, bro. We need to talk about our own things.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course. But yeah, like the thing that Yusuf was saying about, like, for example, bringing the people together, if they can come kind of some rule. I think that my opinion is the problem is there's no justice in it doesn't matter what region, justice might come up. Without justice, there's not going to be any peace.
With me, I tend to think accountability. Yeah. There's no accountability because wallahi, like I said, I'm not gonna say this. I hate Kulmiya. The party that was running Somaliland.
Yeah.
And now Musa Bihisi, like, I hate that government, my brother. What they did is like they ripped Somalia. They literally raped us. And literally, I used to know, one of the foreign ministers.
Yeah.
No first bit dignity, man. Know what she was about. She had a 2-bedroom house. Now she's a millionaire. Like, how?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That is the corruption, Musuq man, on a big scale.
Yeah, Musuq and accountability. But then again, right now, Yusuf Imam, say for example, Yusuf Ahmed, you two are cousins, innit? Yeah. Yusuf Lagbul, you be like, yo, I'm a Hidi Karasan. You be like, and it's like, yo, your tribe's getting involved. My inner Kena Hidi Karasan, and that's weird. That's something I can't tolerate, man. Can't tolerate that, man.
Definitely. Another thing that happens, which is bad, innit, is like the Nagla Kofso, though. The Kabir will end up sticking up for him, for the guy in there, saying, "Oh, they pay some."
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah, I hate that. Wallahi billah, that culture is bad. And if she's from minor Kabir, then forget about it. You won't get no justice.
Yeah, wallah, you know what? Yeah, someone was saying that the other day to me, like Khalid. I think it was a sister. I think she was trying to tell me, yo, Khalid. She was like, yo, this, that, yeah, how? And I'm like, bro, look, there's bad people, good people all over the world, innit? Like, there is some savage men out there, and we need to, as real decent men, we need to pull them out, punish them, and I'd say capital punishment straight away, like, because I love what they did, Ilan Harista. I love what they did to the guys that did that to, little Aisha.
Yeah.
They recently got executed.
Justice.
Yeah, that's justice.
No, I can't hear you, man.
Sorry, brother. I said, sorry, you guys hear me?
Nah.
I'm like I said, capital punishment, yeah. What do you think of this? My brother Mu best said it the best, fam.
Yeah, you know what it is? I don't know, wallahi. What's the ruling? Because wadu qaftilo.
Yeah.
Walu
dilia
somehow. So is
it? What is? I don't know, man. We need to look at that. What does the deen say?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure as well. That's a dangerous question on life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to ask that in Speaker's Corner today. We want a couple of the man, minute.
Yeah, we do. Well, one thing I'd say is there's definitely what they do now is nowhere near enough.
Yeah, man.
Nowhere near.
maybe it's we're not used to this as well. Maybe that's a factor as well.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think it's we know in it, like Somali Qabil is above everything. You could even say it's above Deen, but let's be honest, you know.
It is. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate to say this.
Yeah.
So that is kind of true, fam.
Yeah. So that is the problem in it. Like, people shouldn't put the Qabil above the Deen.
Yeah. Isn't there an issue with some older Western Somali men going to overseas, getting married to somebody, whether it be young or old, it doesn't matter. But then they kind of go MIA on them. They just get out of there.
Yeah,
you must all be lying.
Well, Yusuf, I remember, I was in Hargeisa in 2003. I didn't go back to 2015. Yeah, and in London there was something called the child ban. Like, they stopped child in the country, innit? So a lot of the old men that started going back home. A lot of them, I'm not gonna lie to you, as soon as that happened, boom, a lot of people started retiring, going back home. Yeah, I started noticing when I was there, like, the Yasha order mahablaha yererska stuff. Like, a lot of the Dalier are like, what the fuck's wrong with these? The Yasha Ingriska came in. And I'm talking about Dini, Wiskasinian, Wiskara, you know them ones. So it is what it is, man. And it's like, although he's filthy rich and he's got money, he's there. Come on, man. We all know this, man. They also, they're dangerous. They're dangerous.
You know what? As long as they're not leaving them, and we let the Grecian is providing them now with money, there isn't really a problem with that, in my opinion, anyway.
What do you think? Do you think there should be a sort of type of age thing?
No, I don't really buy the whole age thing, because I don't really buy the age thing, to be honest with you. In America we have what is it, 18 or something like that, where somebody can get married, but there's some states in the United States where you can get married as early as 14 with parental consent and what have you. So
it's more of an economic thing, really. Like by obviously higher, and they just want a bit of security,
right?
I think you meet in Greece or Lax guy store there. He's going to provide for her, isn't he? So she's not going to say no.
Right.
But yeah, if as long as they're not running away, Yusuf, then I think it's okay.
Yeah, but there's a mad thing going in Kenya as well.
Kenya is running away. Yeah, Kenya is bad. I know. Kenya is not the Asha though. Kenya, what dhalinyaro mataqaana iska tumaraya. And then we can't read it. I seen a little documentary on that.
Yeah, I've seen that. I think that's disgusting as well. Like, literally,
that's
a couple of man, and then I don't know, Facebook or YouTube or some shit. By the time they land, it's like 2 weeks. Man's getting married and then safe, innit?
I know.
One of my uncles did that. I'm not gonna lie to you. One of my uncles smashed it one time.
Yeah.
He landed in Hargeisa, got married. He literally was there for 2 weeks. Jammed with us for 2 weeks, and until the last time we for I was like, you're cold, man. You are dangerous. And he's looking at me, he's like, Adi. He's like, well, that must be nice, son. And I had to look at him and I said, that is virtually similar.
It is. It's bad.
It's some mad type of thing, innit?
Yeah, because 2 weeks is shorter.
Well, nah, I was like, up to you when you got married. He's like, yeah. But I was taking him to the airport. He's like, yeah, after I got divorced, innit? And I had to look him in the plane. I said, you suck a champ. No, you have to give your uncle that look. I had to give him that look to say, yo, you nasty, dirty player, bro.
Yeah. It is. It's because Zina almost, you could say, because it's not accepted in Sunni anyway. Shia, they accept it, but not Sunni.
I know. And then when you explain it, like, to a lot of people, they're like, what? They're like, nah, man, that's borderline murtad. We best said it the best.
Yeah.
That's what's going on in Kenya.
Bad, isn't it? Wallahi billah. Very bad.
It is bad. But then again, what do you like? I was gonna say, like, one thing in it, big up my brother Muhammad Australia in the building.
Yeah, how's it going, mate?
How you doing, mate? How you doing, Gaze? How you doing, sunshine?
Yeah, man, doing fine right now.
What time is it over there? I love asking this guy what time it is all the time, you know. I feel like he's I feel like he's living in the future.
It's about to be
He's ahead of us.
10 p.m. It's about to be 10 p.m.
Not long before you go to work, eh?
10
Well,
p.m.
the diverse accents is amazing.
I know. It is. Also, you know what? Somali Australians, they sound weird.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like I'm not taking the piss, Mohammed. I believe the Australian accent is for down people.
Yeah, I can feel you on that.
It's like I don't know, man. The man like cow. I'm expecting you to say cowabunga any minute soon, innit? Like shrimp on the barbie, like
Shrimp for the Bobby.
Shrimp on the barbie, like you know the one.
Yeah,
That's amazing. Because last time I spoke to you, I was pissed off. You know that. Imagine it's like 5 a.m. I'm like, bro, fuck. Everyone's tired. I'm like, hey, Mo, what time are you? Bro, I just woke up. It's about 11 a.m. I said, that's why you're fresh. I think that's why Mo kicks people's asses on debates and they're fresh, nigga.
Yeah, it's got advantage.
You got a big advantage, bro. You got a big advantage. You get me? What did Samaroon say? The punishment for rape in the Western is to pay, and what's that? Punishment of zina is carried out on the. Okay. What do you guys think of this?
It's paid. What does that mean?
I don't know. Sam, come on the pitch, man. What's wrong with you, man?
Is he talking about like the hair?
I don't know what he's on, man. Sam will nowadays. He don't come on the pitch, man. He doesn't want to be caught by guilt by association. he might get his selfie card and removed away from him. They might demod him on another channel, take off his little spanner, take off his selfie thing, you know.
He loses privileges, yeah?
He loses that select privilege.
Yeah.
don't do it, bro. They're gonna say he was on SS earlier.
Yeah.
You get me?
Khalid, bro, you know the thing that you were talking about, how people go back to Kenya, Somalia, and then they marry a younger woman and then they divorce her within a week or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that's some bullshit.
I know, it's fucked. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you watch the it's on Channel 4, the documentary, yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm from? It's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Well, my own uncle did it to me in Hargeisa, fam. Man, picked him up off the airport, dropped him home. I don't know how he got married. I think he did it on a Facebook team. Next minute, salam alaikum, he was gone. Within 2 weeks, I said, you filth. Till this day, I look at him differently. You know what I'm on? So you got men like that, man. Do you think what it is? Because certain men, yeah, they're not used to hableha weskat again. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Some people just don't trust the West. That's what it is. Go on, Mohammed.
Yeah, they want to take advantage of someone in Africa.
Yeah. Well, no, Mohammed, what Khalid is saying is, do some people prefer generally that people, you know, hablaha ama tubarka mataqana, again, the watak?
Yeah, because those women, they're more like open.
More open.
Yeah, they're more open, they're more takani. Like, that's what a lot of people say. Nah, in Europe to came, we can't handle them. I don't know, the independent
women.
On the West, I can handle them. I'm like, I ain't got no problem with that. But certain man, they're like, oh, I can't. I don't know. I don't think they can handle a woman that tells them what to do.
But you know what it is? It's to do with what you're planning, isn't it? I don't know. Then you going back once a year, then it's haram to do that, really. And let's be real, like but if you're planning to bring them to like wherever you are, like Australia or America or UK, then it's okay, because then you've got a plan to live with them. Do you get it? Because you can only be, according to Sharia, you can only be away from your wife for so many months. But some of them are away from.
It's about 3 months, isn't it?
Yes, exactly, Khalid. Yeah. So some of them are away
3 months. Yeah.
You can't do that, man. Well, then be mukti, because obviously you got right on you in it, like the way you got right on her.
That's true.
Yeah, but you know this is basically prostitution, but in a somewhat Islamic form.
Man, marriage is prostitution. Talking about.
No, but this form of marriages, because all they're doing is like we're for 2 weeks and then they're gone.
Oh yeah, the ones that do that, yeah, definitely. Like
Yeah,
like the guy said, well, mut'a in it, really. Mut'a is where
Yeah,
do.
yeah. Well, those people have to be called out. Well,
They do have to be called out. You're right, Wallah.
they do. And I think it needs to start by a lot of the girls speaking up.
Yeah.
And the thing is, maybe this is why, maybe it's like, maybe the sisters back home need to look at it, evaluate themselves, because sooner or later, like when I was there, when I was speaking to a lot of the locals, they're like, "Yo, bro, like, or the album naga nuku kapsane, inumkin debate came in naga nuku kapsane." And I'm like, wow. Like literally when I was there, like I had about 5 like marriage proposals.
Wow.
And I was like,
yeah, but it happens.
She got like a kilo powder in her face, in it, there, and some black. Like,
Yeah.
no. And it's like, and then your cousin comes in. Oh, like, Anthony, why? I'm like, yeah, okay, well, that's why not? How am I supposed to do that? Like, I can't even get physical. I wouldn't even get up for my cousin. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you guys?
Yeah. It's the economy. That's what it is, man. It's the money. Well, that's what it is. You coming from the UK, their perception is or they see it as a dream, in it. Like there's a pathway for them to go to the UK. Do you get it? So that's why they do that, and they've been doing that for a long time. Innit? The only way that's gonna change, Khalid, is if there's more opportunities in it for back home for work.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is, man. I feel like that's when a strong government needs to come in and say, you know, okay, we need to start making this, that, and initiatives to get them out of this. That's why I personally think.
Increase the employment, Khalid, and then it will change, because like opening up factories, then they won't even be interested in it. It won't even, they probably prefer the ones back home.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
True that.
I even go ahead.
Go ahead, Mo. No, go ahead, Mo. Come through, my brother.
I was gonna say, I don't even think this is a financial thing, because when I went to Kenya, there's like families that are successful, they have their shit together. But like, if you're of age, they're gonna try and offer their daughter to you. If you're from the West, they're gonna say, "Go there, you want to take her with you."
But Muhammad, though, isn't it like still? If we talk real, they were there like the West compared to Western Kenya. There's a big difference. So even if they're rich, they probably see their daughter as a way for her to go to outside. Do you get it?
And I think it's more like they trust you with their daughter compared to some local person. That's what they think in their mind.
Yes, that's what it is.
Like when I went there, like you see all these people, they have these big ass houses. They say, "Go there, they'll say that to you slowly."
Yeah, but the majority is definitely down to.
Come back. Give me 5 minutes, lads. Hold up the panel for me, please.
Yeah. But Muhammad, the majority is going to be down to poverty, though. Let's be real.
Yeah, it is like the ones where the older man takes advantage of the younger ones. Yeah, those ones are poverty.
Yeah.
But it's like the culture is like in Africa is really different. Like they'll offer their daughter to you like quickly.
They should do that in the West, man.
They don't do that in the West at all.
No, I'm saying they should do it, though, innit? We have an easy life then. Yeah. Billahi.
I don't know why they don't do it in the West. It's weird.
Yeah, I think the West, it's a bit different, isn't it, really? But it's true. Some people in it, they prefer back home anyway. Because, I don't know about obviously America and Australia, but a lot of the brothers from the UK, they go back home. We're so good to them. Then they bring the wife in it to the UK. That's been happening for years.
They go back home to where? To Somaliland or Somalia?
Everywhere there, wherever, Somaliland, Somalia. But they go back home. We're so good to them, and then they bring them here.
How do the women in the UK feel about that? Somali women.
They're used to it. It's normal.
You want to know why that is? Because the Somali women in the West, they're all like, you can't talk to them.
True, Muhammad, you're right.
Well, the truth, bro.
Yeah, like that's why they go back.
Like even this one dude, he was Oromo. And I remember he was like 30 something, and
Yeah.
I remember asking him, "Are you married?" And he's like, "Yeah, bro." He told me his wife was like 18 years old, and I said, "Why do you want a young woman?" Well, you know what he told me? He's like, "Because these women my age, they're gonna kill me, and I can't deal with that nonsense, that arguing. So I'm gonna get a young one, but she's gonna listen to what I'm saying from overseas."
Yeah, you respect the end though, Muhammad. Let's be honest, man. Like, I don't know, everyone's different and everyone's got different tastes. But if you're a man, you don't want too much conflict. You get it?
Yeah.
You want to hear
men,
me?
they don't want their spouse like I be wearing the pants in the house, you know.
Yeah, that's it. Equality by wash it. You're feminist.
Yeah, a lot of the women, they want to have total control. They want to have domination.
Yes, that's very true. Like, very, very true.
You said a lot of the women want total control?
Yeah, domination, yeah.
A lot is a strong word, my guy.
Yeah, a lot of them, they want like more input. Like if you compare to the women in Africa, for example, well, if you say something, it's the final word. But over here in the West, you're gonna have to argue.
Yeah, in the West, they want the final word. Sama Muhammad.
Yeah. Like wiilkayga guriga ma ka baxaayo, wiilkayga alaabtii ma u jaraayo, all this nonsense shit, you know.
Yeah.
Like whereas overseas, the man has the final say. If the man says this guy's gonna do this, that's what the family's gonna decide.
That's true. That's true. Like, you're right, man. But then, you know, obviously the problem is, back home, then what are the girls going to be left with? That's what the problem is, isn't it?
Nimanka cadaanka kuwa kale raadsanaya, huh?
Yeah.
Go for the feminist bullshit. Go ahead.
That's yeah. What, do you see that as a problem though? Some people, they get a bit sensitive. Ragga Somali, they think, oh, marka naag Somali guursato nin ajnabi way ka xanaaqaan. How do you feel about that, both of you?
Not really. Well, I don't care because first of all, those women you weren't even gonna marry anyway, so who cares? I've seen a lot of these women who they have like here in Australia, they have like it's like an Aussie woman, you know, a damn woman, the way they behave. So why would I want them anyway?
That's true. Really? That's true. But it depends, isn't it, really? Like, let's be honest. Muslim, why does it bother you?
Well, he can be a Muslim or a non-Muslim. I don't care.
You don't care anyway.
Yeah, I don't care, bro.
Well, my guy gave up on him, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
This is why we need to go back home and inshallah fix our countries, because then less of that would happen. If everyone goes back, yeah, obviously we all marry someone.
And you know what the women in this country, in the West, say? The women, they're like, the Somali men are uneducated, they're very immature, and all this nonsense shit they say. Well, they can keep believing that stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of men bashing, isn't it? Somali men bashing.
Too much, man. Too much.
It's almost become like, what's the word, man? It's like a trend, but you know, they're all.
It's like we're better than you guys. Okay, if you're better than us, go find a better Adan person. Then go find a better Arab.
Thing is, though, we gotta understand we're all on the same team, man. That's what people forget. We almost like create a divide between Harka and Tumark, and that is not a good thing.
No, it isn't.
Samaha Yusuf, you understand where I'm coming from, innit?
Yeah.
What's it like in Minnesota? You get a lot of Somali or Gursida Achinabi, or is it rare?
No. I mean, from what I see, a lot of Somalis marry Somalis here.
That's good.
And with respect to women in, Minnesota, right? Somali women in Minnesota. I don't know, man. I see positive vibes from them. I don't really think, for the most part, like you guys said, the temperament is a little different, right? Back home, the temperament is a little different. It's more warm and welcoming.
Yes.
I'm not too used to it personally. I haven't seen it. I've never been to Somalia, but I dated around in Minnesota, and I'd take a Somali girl any day of the week compared to Adans, Medos, and Dayers, and all of these Maraktik.
Yeah, of course.
Somalis are much better. I find them much warmer to be around.
I agree with that. I think, you know what it is more is down to some, I would say is a minority personally that just prefer Ajnabi. Some people just have this preference, don't they? They're like Somali marhaba. So
those girls are incredibly silly. Those women are incredibly silly. I think they're immature. But you know, I know quite a few of my women friends that have been saying that in their teens, but now they're totally mature about it. You know, they're in their early 20s or late 20s, and they're saying, "Oh, I want a Somali brother, you know, a truck driver or something."
Yeah, true. Do you think Yusuf is down to Dumarka? They want a man of a certain, like, earn a certain amount of money, of a certain standing, and there's a shortage, and that's why they married Ajnabi. Do you think that could be a reason?
No, I don't know. I mean, on a case by case basis, you know, like I don't know. I think the appeal to Ajnabis is immature. When somebody says, "I wanted Ajnabi," for whatever reason, I don't care if it's money or anything else, it's a sign of immaturity.
Yeah,
I really do think that's the case. Even if a guy says he wants to marry a non-Somali, right off the bat, what the hell is going on? True. You know, I feel like that's a bit immature, you know.
Yeah. I still think that's the minority, though. Majority, they marry Somali. Let's be honest. Somali is a good citizen.
Yeah, majority they marry Somali. And to be frank, man, you know, with the Shikansi game, isn't it always kaftan with them, like back home?
Yeah, it is.
So I mean, they're a little hot. If you know, back home or over here, you know, it's just, I think, Somali nature.
Yeah. So what is that? I seen a little, I think maybe Khalid done actually. There was a little, they said there's a drug problem in Minnesota. They take tablets or something. Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Why is it, like, how long has that been around, that phenomenon of tablets?
I wouldn't know. You know, it creeps up on you, I guess, right? Yeah, it creeps up on you, like, boom. You know, I think it was a few weeks ago, I was at a gas station and, you know, a Somali guy collapsed, you know, boom, to the floor. And, you know, ambulance comes over there rushing. I go straight into the gas station and pour water on his face.
Yeah.
You know, but I've been told that that's not a good idea. But, you know, they have these narco pens where the ambulance, you know, narco pens or what have you. But yeah, there's a, you know, it's a drug epidemic, and I don't think it's a Somali thing, though. I don't think it's unique to Somalis in Minnesota. It's like it's in the United States. There's what they have. They call it an opioid crisis. You know,
wow.
And it's just something that creeped into the Somali community, for sure.
Yeah, they need to tackle it, don't they? Really, maybe they don't know how to tackle it, because I think people generally, you know, if someone is or Somali, if they get on that stuff, they don't really want to tell their families, do they?
You know, that's the difficult thing, man. Like with Somali families, I think they're becoming better at it now, but yeah, like وقرنسا سماها وحشونسا هاي وقرنسا واسكستعمالسا. Yeah, it's unfortunate that that's the case, because it's like, you know, قدك كبحذي فرحك كبحذي, you know,
exactly.
guriga aso imanin, you know, guriga imanin.
And if you've got younger siblings, they want you, they're gonna kick you out of the house. Let's be honest. They're like, oh, they're gonna influence the younger ones. So
yeah, definitely. But it's getting better, though. Alhamdulillah, it's getting better. You know, people on Instagram in the community, you know, they talk about it often. Yo, we have a drug problem. They create initiatives and stuff like that. In the past 2 years, there's been, you know, great moves. There's been people that have been dying, like high profile youth, very popular youth.
Wow.
Have been dying. Yeah.
Yusuf, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, what are those pills? What is it?
Oh, you know, Percocet, you know, oxycodone, you know, things, you know, there's more pills that I wouldn't know the names of, you know. They'll mix it. You know, they'll mix it with cough syrup.
They drink the lean there?
Yeah, they drink lean there, yeah. They mix it. Why is this not a London thing? They don't do it in London?
No, they don't. No, definitely not.
They don't do it here as well.
You guys just stab each other. That's it. Yeah.
Alaikum salam.
Alaikum salam.
Is it early one today? Wallah, is it early one? Is it because the United States involved, or it's just an early program today?
I don't know. Wallah, I just jumped on. It was on, so I just jumped on. I don't know.
Oh, wow, brothers in USA, wallah, it must be early for you guys though in America.
Yeah, 6:30 a.m. Yeah.
Wow, man. What's life saying, man, in Minnesota? Yeah.
Minnesota, alhamdulillah, it's good. It's good.
Is it Somali?
Minnesota, you were saying.
Minnesota, yeah. You guys have that what do you call it, around that area? You know, you used to have a lot of crime around the 24 and the Caramel area. I visited there a couple of times, you know. Is that still
There's
going
still
on?
a lot
Or
of crime.
Calm down now?
No, it's still going on.
So is that just like was it just the youth, or was it more of like what do you call it, like different ethnicities fighting each other? Because you got a lot of like different background people there. Is it just the Somalis who were fighting each other, or is it more international?
Right now, it's the youth.
Right
now, I'm out of it. It's the youth.
Yusuf, the Somali community in Minnesota, do they fuck with the other Meadows, or are they like separate?
No, they're separate. They're definitely separate.
Because they're the majority.
And if they're fucking with the Meadows, it's just it's just a benefit thing. You know, they keep them around for a benefit thing. Somalis tend to trust Somalis.
Is that mood best? Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My Donny in the building. Well, SS bloodline in the house. Well, go on.
Come on. We're up in here. Come on, we're up in here. I do Newton Green code on up to you.
How you doing though, bro? Long time on the panel. You just be lacking in them chats. I love that.
I know. You gave me stressing out them niggas in the chat lately, bro. But I'm here.
Come on.
How can this up?
Well, I just come back in. Big up Abdul Lebah Horta. Abdul Lebah and Salam Horta.
Yes, Abdul Lebah. Big up.
Salam wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
مضحي صرابة مشي من ماما أرق مضحي ما حافتي بايمن. Yes. Who's the competition? حاجة مرسي. Comparing ماشي لك الدنيا.
Yeah, man, that we're talking about then, like there's no lean epidemic in London and all of that. And I came to tell you, bro, are you crazy? They're drinking it every day, but like every day, every night. It's a big epidemic right now in London. Up to them youngers are going through it.
I mean that's the music, the London music.
I know
the grime metal.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I got two relatives that are hooked to this thing in it. Yeah. Imagine I'm in that house, innit? 1 minute they're shaking, the guerrilla. Next minute, imagine it's summer. I'm sweating. 1 minute they have withdrawal systems like crackheads. You know, heroin addicts.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I remember when I this is no secret. I went to Habsi, innit? Yeah. My first night that I was in the cell, I had heroin addict Bali Kenny for the first 2 nights. You ain't got no choice, innit? This guy literally matag. And I was like, what the fuck's wrong with you? The guy was going through some mad, and the guy's a heroin addict. You get where I'm coming from? That's exactly what the kids are going through. But just on a mild doses. So literally, wallah, I'm not gonna lie to you, these brothers keep on drinking this thing, yeah? Like, first things first, certain man, they had to go, hospital because they don't go toilet for 2-3 weeks as well. Like, all your stomach's clogged up. And tomorrow said,
bro, what are you talking about? The ambulance. I remember seeing it one time, bro. The ambulance came to pick up a brother, yeah? And they said, we're not going to pick him up because the guy shot himself for skuhare, bro. Bro.
Yeah, that's
so they said,
how
are we going to take?
Yeah, go on mute.
No, Nicky was Harris. So the ambulance said, bro, we're not going to take this guy, bro. He smells of shit. We're not going to take him. And, bro, everyone started laughing at, bro, he was a mother. So,
it was. Imagine 1 minute. Imagine 1 minute, yeah, when we best, yeah. For 2-3 weeks, you can't go toilet. And then the next week, yeah, you can't stop going toilet. It's mad. So, I'm on, bro.
Yeah,
I'm going to lie to you. Yeah, go on, Mo. And the diabetes levels.
Yeah, well, that shit, that lean thing, if you do it, it's going to cause diabetes, man, straight away.
It's straight away, bro. The amount of sugar you're taking, and then I was like, right, these kids are mad.
And then you get me, big bottles. You're seeing them walking around with big bottles on the high road in Newton Green, bro. You get me?
Yeah, calm. It's not even that mood beast. These man there, they'll just pick up a 3-5. Certain man won't even talk to you. Like, man, shaky. Like, when I speak to the brother, like, all I do is think, and that's it. I just think of life. I'm numb. Certain man are telling me my body is numb. I don't have no feelings. No Russia, like, I just want lean. Shut up. And plus, they're paying £120 now. So imagine that, bro.
Yeah, man. That shit's more expensive than heroin, cocaine, all that shit.
It is.
Bro, the thing is rife in Somalia. Bahashi Hatta right now, Somalia got you get me? So, you get me? It's going to be a big epidemic right now in Somalia soon. You get me? Like, it started already in Somalia. So, you get me? There's something need to be done, bro. Before we reach to the next level and all of that, Somalia done crack it, but you get me? Man.
You're right, because we're sending out the worst kind, we're not sending out the good people.
Yeah, and you man was talking about rape also early on and all of that. And I'm telling you, most of these rapes that are happening in Somalia, it's not coming from them youngers that are in the country. It's coming from people that are coming from abroad. You get me? Most of these guys, bro, you get me? They keep
let him come back. Now he's right, because a lot of people are saying that can Qoraba came media. Abdi knows right. I'm not gonna lie to you. And that's why I tell a lot of parents now, you see new parents, yeah. I was telling my cousin, I was like, don't take your son to Hargeisa. Don't take him to Hargeisa. He's only 12, 13. Watch, you're gonna end up regretting this. What did you do, Hargeisa? Nico Instagram, man, cook up to so I'm like, bad. The guy's 14 years old. He's already in the method. She's in my last order.
Oh, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. That happens a lot, man. The teenage, when you take the teenager back home, you can't take him to a big city. That's just been silly, man. But they're thinking because they're probably thinking because education is better in a big city. But you're forgetting that the kid's got nothing to do. He's gonna and he's gonna see a bad guy from Sweden, so they're gonna start doing certain things that they will never get the chance to do here because. But you're right about that, man. That's something that we need to change.
We need to change this whole Dagan Ali's culture. Yeah, it didn't work. I think I love it. Me myself, I've been a victim of Dagan Ali's. I was there for 2 years. I was there, I was there, and then, bruv, I'm not gonna lie to you. The only thing I learned, mashallah, I learned Mal'awad Duksi, but that was only for the first 6 months. After that, every month, you get where I'm coming from. I moved out of the house. I just started renting my own place out. My family was family.
So do you reckon, Khaled, do you reckon you had all the young girls after you as well because you're from Western countries and all of that as well? So that you probably thought you were the top boy back home.
I thought I was the man. About $500. I'm not gonna lie to you. After the first 6 months, the other rest of the other 22 months, I didn't do fuck all cardio. Megalo radio, that come baro yo, hebel baro yo. Babai. And then my parents are running Babai mission kasi Elio. What the fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's true, bro. When I went to Somalia, is that when I learned all the bad stuff, the cigar at a young age, bro. Everyone's doing that shit.
What do you mean?
Mohammed, where did you go? Where did you go? Where about did you go? Which city?
I went to Awlwak.
Abudwak.
Yeah.
That's like it's more of a smaller scale, but it's still a big city, man.
Yeah.
How's life down there?
Well, most of the young kids, bro, when they reach like 13, 14, they finish the Quran, and most of them, they don't continue going to school. Like, and they're fighting. Doing all the dumb
you know, Australia, is it true that the qad grows naturally?
Where?
Australia.
In Australia?
Yeah.
I have no clue, Wallah.
Yeah, qad. Did you hear a famous story about my Somali brother, two brothers? They found the qad in some woman's. It was wild, innit? It was growing, and these lot just started chewing. 3 days later, the red keep on high. What they're thinking? What the fuck are these two guys doing?
Yeah.
Do you know how bad it is? They climbed on top of a tree. They started chewing on top of a tree. Midbar dying to die. Everyone was like, "Raw." Ninka toxin to win le. Khayli bro.
Umar Khan Salah.
What gate keep khusar die? Inta gate marqam ki instead of dul khafarista gate be kore.
Wow.
Gate ki silo kum marqamiya. Back ninki ba dul khadai. The family one nahi. They're like, "What's this into la hidaya ninki bali? What are you guys doing?" They were intoxicated. And if literally chard grows in Australia. But it's a different type of chard.
Yeah, definitely. It grows, isn't it?
Yeah, well, but one thing I learned is, like, even my uncle, like, he made this dumb mistake. I told him, don't do it. He took one of his 17-year-old kids to Somalia. He took him to Alvaro. And guess what happened to the kid? Well, this kid went from, he stole money. He went from Alvaro and he went all the way to the NFD border. And he got arrested there. Then the Australian embassy brought him home.
That's what I'm saying.
These kids, bro, you can't take them over there unsupervised. They think they're gonna do what they want. Well, we're scared with that guy. They're not gonna do nothing productive.
There was a famous school in Hargeisa as well, innit? Yeah, but a lot of girls by the Canada, Imagine, Sweden, وها. بعد معلمين تقوها هي حبلي يريرا. ولا منحيب. They're all getting battered, tortured, way بحسدين, and the way they told their story is crazy. Because they might not be true. But it's not an Alice factor. We need to look at it and say, you know what, it is not productive. But then again, yeah.
So is that like a boarding school?
Like one of my friends,
like?
Yeah, it's like a boarding school, Maji. I heard you call it boarding school until like habli inta meel lagu xidhay macallimiintii baa dilay mid baa iska habli saddex buu ka dhex baxay. I was like, is this what you're doing? Ninkii wada dhanaa macallinka saddex buu afin midna wuu uurayay. Wuu guursaday markii dambe. habli yar ciyaal as well.
وين قرعوا وين اللي دلك عمل مارت.
Come on.
Yeah, well, most of the kids when they go back, they bring all the bad stuff with them to Somalia, well, and they're affecting the other young kids there.
And that's what I'm saying. Something, you know, who was it? Mood Best, he just left. He said it the best. He goes, majority of it is Dakan Korba Kimit. Mid Bahar gets a porn baluhade. Porn start.
Cool next admission again and core again and somehow.
Yeah, well,
So you know my question is, yeah. So what would be the best age in the like, you know, I was watching this program, yeah, and this lady was talking about how the best age, like age of 7 years, when they're really young, when you know, marka Quran tiba baranayaan, you know, waxbarashadii xaggaas luqadii bay la qabsanayaan. What do you guys think though? What would be the best age, you reckon?
That's the thing.
The problem is, yeah, if you take them, do you think, all right, you take them from a young age, do you think Hadomaki Imadan and then starting school here, doing things here, assimilating here, would that be difficult?
No, I don't think so. Because if you take them around the age of 7 and they're coming back, so let's just say 11 Malahas, they've got enough time to catch up easily. And Woliba, Dakan Way per 10, Nokoto the Way per 10.
Dino Way per 10.
Yeah, Dino Way per 10 Maka has got a lot of benefits. So
of course, a lot of young parents, I'm not gonna lie to you, Ahmed Guri, Muhammad Yusuf, and Abdi, a lot of young parents, like one of my my brother's got a kid now. He was saying this as well, that, you know what, fuck it, let's get gay, yo. My other cousins were like, she's like, yo, ELK, and her and her husband, like, we don't want to be Khali, we don't want to raise kids here. We're bakanayan, bro. But then again, yeah, I've got a friend in Mukaya, he's around about my age, yeah. My brother, he needs Dakan Ali, so I'm not going to lie to you. And Allah should about innit? A big man like that, the problem is getting him on the plane. His family's like, yo, getting this guy on the plane is going to be an issue. I'm not like heavy drugs. What do you think about guys like that? Heavy drugs, like he just went He went told, you know, man, do you think someone like that back home, Balakati?
Nah, but you can't send that guy back home.
He's on crack and heroin. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
But that guy's probably gonna commit crimes, so like he's gonna try and find money to use.
I don't know, fam. Do you see? There's something in Germany. One other guy, he went to Germany, but he's still on the thing. But choke 2 years and the thing come out of his system. I'm not gonna lie to you. You can now buska qaba to can buska furtay passport you say so it can work.
It can work. That's yeah. If it's proven to work, then yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think people like that, you know, especially if you're on heavy drugs, I'm not gonna lie to you. If he gets the right help, yeah.
If he gets the right help, and I think it's the location as well. I think the bigger cities for me, I reckon it's not the ideal. But if he gets a good teamwork, a family support system, and he goes to smaller cities and a girl balance cleanse him up, man.
Yes, they
cleanse him up properly, yeah. And then that might work after a while, but you just don't know because he could also influence the locals as well. And that could be 50-50 in a way as well. So
now they put him. Yeah. Mood best said it the best. I said that to his parents. I said that to his parents as well. I said, you know what? I loved him all you be. I hate to say this. I had to give his dad advice. I said, yo, I loved him all you be. Sit kaderki. And then having to the Sara.
Yeah, it's clever.
That would be kidnapping, Khalid. That would be kidnapping, isn't it?
Kidnapping while home.
No, you have to, innit? Well, that type of person, I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah? Because you're on the hardest drugs, like, you know, you're on crack and heroin. Anything's possible with you. For your fix. You hear what I'm coming from?
That's 100%.
Yeah, that's 100%, bro. Like, we're not trying to look down on the brothers. Let's not get that twisted. No one's looking down. I never look down on no one, but when I saw people like that, I was like, yeah. And he was, you know, my friend, he was always the first person to push everything. You know, the one's the first person to start chewing. You know, when we're first person to get alcohol, first person to rape to go, first person to khamri to go, blah, blah. You know the ones. Okay, so he always pushed it. Now he was always the one that pushed everything. You know the ones. Birmingham, I don't know, Bournemouth, my last school again, Nicky Hussan, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Bro. Like, you like what? Like, and I feel it for the family as well, bro. You know the ones. I think he's the only boy in the family as well, so that kind of hurts as well. From now on, certain parents they just see you. I went to a wedding in Hargeisa as well, Abdullah Mandem. I went to a mad wedding in there, yeah. Mom, yeah, he needs counseling. I went to a mad wedding in Hargeisa, same sort of brother. Nikan Aroski said, Garab Kala Haye. You could tell Nika now who's you know the one, like he's been on certain drugs for years, isn't it? You know, you're a miskin, but Nika Luguri on Kanahay. Shit like that. Do you think like the parents are sucker charming for doing that?
You know what? Khalid, well, you highlighted something that's a big problem right there because that happens everywhere. Wallahi, you know what you just said about and he goes there. You know what I mean? You could have Hanun Bukabi Kara, you could have AIDS or you could have blood problems, and then they end up giving him Gabriel Palestina innocent or Quran Kasobale. So, wallahi, you know what? Yeah, that happens everywhere. Wallahi, I don't think it's just at Geisa. You know, it's happening in all different places. Wallahi, but we need to do something about that. Wallahi.
We need to. But then again, yeah, it's like, right? Can you blame on Hoyo? Imagine this Hoyo killing in man's Kasa Korse, Europe Kusa Korse, Ilmi Baka Papa A. Like she's probably thinking, Kanyar, you know them ones, forget him. Like some of them think like that. They're psychotic. They think like, forget him. We just want a kid, a grandkid.
Exactly. That's his name to live on. Like. Exactly. Do you reckon they're only looking at from their own family, yeah, but they're not thinking about that innocent girl back home, Marati, she might be from a poor family, and what happens is Nikan Bakurbi came on and they'll be like, you know what I mean, he could be 40 years old, and they'll be like, Kudara, you know what I mean? Kudara Tanmar. But I think with that one, wallahi, that's really depressing when you hear something like that, wallahi, man, because you know, you know, we all got sisters and all of that, yeah, and you hear that, and that's really disturbing, man.
Yeah. It is, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that day, Abdi Libaha, that inantir Aki Lahedi, another like she looked like she didn't know what she was getting herself into, and you know, that's why it kind of hurt me as well. I was like, rah, like, you know, suki but you could tell his cousins or someone garke high on that, and you could tell my man's been on drugs for years. American cookie within the man's like, yo, this guy whoop up in it, yeah. And the little girl, like, imagine this, all that headache, imagine into a duska karkara, he gets a fix. أيوة حقه كعكعة. أنت مسكين دوس كده دلو.
Exactly. Well, he could go either ways. Well, what do you think, Mohammed? I think حكوا له حالات.
Yo, Mo's not even there. No, for me it's like.
Yeah.
But then again, yeah, well, like Abdi, at the same time, it's like Hoya Khalid Mudle. Sometimes Khalid Beliyin, but sometimes I'm like Hoya Khalid Mudle. It's like she just wants the best for Ilmehad Okle.
Exactly. Because they're looking at from one eye because yeah. They're thinking, Will Kadi, he's reached that age, you know, we need to saw him up, But you know what I mean? You can't just that's you know what I mean? You can't just go selfish like that, because what happens is she could be the best girl in that little Magaladi Yared, and then and then it's going to come back to her, because obviously there's going to be kids involved. So but they're thinking of quick solution, but there's no quick solution. There's no quick solution in them kind of situation. You have, what they have to do is and see how he is for a couple of years, and if he's fixed himself, then Gurka Mokta, you know, is the best thing. Gurka but مكودران ميد كلو قربها لا يكين عمل مكودران, you know what I mean, if that makes sense.
ما إنهم قربها no, but they إنهم قربها مكية لسا. That's the thing about أبلا قربها مكية ليان أبلا قربها إلين.
But bro, you know, you think about it's all about the finance. العقد بكفي كده, you know, one's back home but they thinking إن كان, you know, قربوه كي ما they thinking he's, you know what I mean, he's like a lottery to them, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So but if هذي ساس أوفي كريان, then because they don't know what they get into, والله they get into themselves, you know what I mean? The battery is getting
Come on. I think I get it, and it's selfish thinking, but then again, because you know, certain man, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I've seen it in the hood as well, or for you look good, for crack or whatever. You know them ones. And she's just thinking, and can I get you go? Not to ask a couple, you know them ones.
Exactly. That's exactly what they're thinking. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They're thinking he could go either way, yeah. He might become a man and fix up, yeah. But you know what I mean? There's gonna be you know how it is. He's gonna have a moment where he's gonna be down, and it's gonna be times where he's okay. You know what I mean? So she's not aware of all of this. You know what I mean?
Yes. أيضا واحد مسكحة كل نم في عنبان هاي استوصائن and she finds out what's this monster اللي يقول like.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Well, it is sad, but it's one of them situations, yeah. It's happening, you know what I mean? Every city in Somalia, Somali, that's happening right there, you know what I mean? You know, because you know what I mean, they need to get married. They might not find the right one here. Sometimes it works out well as well, you know. Sometimes there's a good guy here, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? He finds himself, he's on that age where he needs to get married, and he goes back home. You know what I mean? But most of the time, most of the time, that's the problem, you know.
Listen, one thing I recommend to the man them is that the willy guy Allah I'd say haga kuka in Europe Europe that's my one of unless you know, because one guy a couple of months one of the brothers from my area in it, yeah. Not good in it. What didn't keep I'm Abdi Libah.
Yeah.
What didn't keep boom he had a little door with her. In can nifi ambuha bilki sudiri kuruga credits وحلبا, you know them ones. So in until I score ilmihi hooyadeed bay ka tagtay Germany bay u taxriibtay. She found a brother in Germany. warqadayaan doonay nin kalaan guursanaya.
Wow, man. So it's kind of like backfired on him.
It backfired on him. MashaAllah, 2 euro London book. I'm not gonna lie, I rate what he did. He dusted himself back down. Fuck it, he took the L, Abdi. 2 euro قروح من بوسكو guursaday. Or London.
Exactly. No, you have to. When I could cut the mesh, you can't be, you can't be mad. You can't start feeling sorry for you, because what happens is, like you said before, that's قرباج. You know what I mean? Marka la fiirinaya, like he's got money, but la fiirinaya, and then marka hore, walga faa'iideysanaya. You know, this habloin that things like that. We care faa'iideysanaya. So when they use him, they're like, nagala how. So but then also, there was some other cases where it happened. I don't know if you watched this program in Nairobi, where nimanka ka baxayaan qurbaha and they go to hablaha yar in Kenya, Somalia jogo, and then they get them. It's called the vacation, some sort of vacation marriage.
Holiday marriage,
that's the holiday marriage. That's it.
The Shia, there's them.
What do you reckon?
I reckon that man.
That happening against as well, or is that more of like Kenya area? Is that happening?
I think that's more Kenya. With Hargeisa, it does happen. I went to a wedding in Hargeisa as well. You know, everyone's gonna be like, "Hey, you always going to weddings? There's nothing else to do, my brothers. That's our entertainment." You get where I'm coming from, This brother, what he did now, it's like, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought right there.
No, you say it happens. You're saying that sometimes.
Yeah, it happens, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Do you think it's like, I went to a wedding in Hargeisa, innit, and then say to will go smear Facebook by the school today. You know when the man's supposed to be sitting in the chair? Guess what? A mobile phone. I said, what is going on? I was like, yo, hablahan na school gursune Facebook. What is going on? And then later on, imagine this here. Guru ba this day. You are flying in London. Obviously, kabad in it. So I'm about Guru Kusa Regi Dona, bro. That's a Saturday. I got Kukalia. Either you're not touch like Dona. That's a mother.
Yeah, mood best is, he made a good comment there. He's saying that they need CPR checks.
Straight.
Yeah, when they're going back. That's a good point right there, man. But how would that work though? You know what I mean? How would that work back home?
Well, I'm not allowed to. I'm not a CPR check. That'll be bad.
Because people can forge that. You know how we are with forging things, You know what I mean? How Korea, you know what I mean? You could go back home. How because people, what we do is we cover each other. You know what I mean? Like, I've realized, Khalid you could be a good person, or you could be a bad mokta. But the problem with us, you know what I mean? So when you go back home, Khalid, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? London City, and then boom, no one's gonna say no bad things about you. So marka hadii xaga tagtid warqad yar baa lagu qoriyaa, even you know what I mean, hadii xaga tagtid meel baa lagu warqad yar oo been baa lagu qoriyaa.
Wallahi abdi libax wallahi.
You know what I mean? Odayaasha lacag yar baa la siinayaa. You know how it is. Ogaasyaashii, lacag yar baa la siinayaa. That's all they care about. They don't care who you are. They just care about lacagta jeebkooda bay ka fikirayaan. You know what I mean? So that'll be interesting. We need, it would be good if you could come back and clarify that how would that work in our Somali community.
Let's see that B check. I'm mad. Odayash lacagtooda dhufanayaan intii what. You know how the meher goes, man. You know how this system goes, man. Ain't no one. Also, there's that famous saying, Somali da room kuda. What is it? Ben kuka bay room kuda. My sister told me that. She goes, Khalid, Ben no. That's the problem. That's the irony.
When there's a shukasi, there's a lot of Ben involved, obviously, when there's a shukasi, but at the same time, there's nothing better than from day one, because what happens is, you know what I mean, Ben to a subhesa. You know what I mean? You can't hide from the Ben, innit?
You can't.
You know what I mean?
You can't.
But
when you tell a lie, you tell a lie. You gotta put your hands up sometimes. Ben ban shege. I know don't cherban Ben shege. I've even done it to you guys. Ben ban ni shege, but I don't do it all the time. No, look after me.
Is a positive Ben, yeah? It's a positive one, yeah?
Maybe we had Ben Runo egg.
Well, not Chris.
Somali waxay ku maamaanaa haddaa been sheegaysid been run u eeg baa la sheegaa. Mid runta u eeg. Yeah, but we're gonna do 15 more minutes here because I'm gonna be going to Speaker's Corner today, innit?
Oh yeah, what the weather's looking good today, man.
It's beautiful. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just want to catch some videos. Uncle Hassan, Ahmed Qurani, Satocha, and yella the you know them ones.
Manika keda. You know.
I know Abdi. I know.
I know you joke around, you know, but at the end of the day, yeah, that's you know what I mean. Wuxuu sameynaya maartay ilaha soo hanuuniyo, man. At the end of the day, yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not much of a debater, yeah, but at the same time, yeah, I know what you're talking about, it. You know what I mean? Because Somali.
What do you think of? No, but do you know what it is, yeah? I'd rather keep him, you know what it is, on Channel Kenna. And when I tell a lot of people is, yeah, I'd rather Kelly Gisa Sugo Kwadlia always Wafa Sugo debate Gerene, yeah? You always see that. Kelly Gisa Sugo, I don't know, I can't do that. I hate to say it to the boy. But wallah, I'm not gonna lie to you. You guys might think he's a fuckery guy, innit? Yeah. But wallah, you know, have you ever had conversations with him apart from Dinta? You'd be astonished, innit? Because a very intelligent guy, bro.
You know, he's got the knowledge, man. He's got the knowledge. At the end of the day, you know, like you said, yeah, of course, Somali Gamar always while so the way. You know what I mean? Wherever he is, yeah, while so the way exactly. Because tomorrow, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm sure he was different before. I don't really know him, so I can't really say much about him. But you know, some people were saying he had a different point of view before. So now, you know what I mean? He comes up with different things. So you know what I mean? Let's say how it is tomorrow, innit? Just give him that chance.
Yeah, I'm not like with me. I've always believed like you're saying, Abdi. I feel like we always our brothers and sisters. We always have to leave the door open for them. You know, I'm a firm believer of that.
Exactly.
And I think the thing that we do, we isolate these brothers and sisters. And with me, I've got a lot of heat. I'm not gonna lie to you, Abdi. Why are you giving them platforms? And why are they debating? You shouldn't be talking. I'm like, if you don't talk to them, they could just jump online and propagate some mad shit. You get what I'm coming from, my G?
Exactly. You know what I mean? In a community, you know, we have all sorts of issues, yeah. But you know what it is? It would be nice for him, to you know, to hear his different point of view. Apart from the Dean side, it would be good to hear, like, you know what I mean? I'm sure you had a conversation with him in the politics.
I'm not gonna lie to you. There's 1-2 video the other day. I think it was Muhammad Australia right here. He was like, bro, I watched a video of my man, yeah, and I see him talking about some other issues, and I was like, bro, the guy's actually. And I was like, you know what? Okay, apart from that, if you actually, because what it is, Abdi, over there, yeah, like as soon as I go there, I'll get into about 2 conversations and 1 heated debate, usually. And I've got my same enemy that every day on Saturday, we debate every Sunday, innit? You get me? There's one guy, me and him, we go head to head every Sunday, it's like a chess game. You get me?
Yeah.
And then after I'm done with him, usually I like to, you know, Somali and all because I'm trying to pump out more Somali content, innit?
Yeah,
but getting the Somalis on camera nowadays is impossible for.
Like, yeah, exactly.
And the place like as well, Abdi. And the place, you know what it is, Abdi? You know what I'm starting to hear about the place as well? It's become a religious battleground. Because the other day, I think, you know what it is? I think like the other day, the da'wah team ban Yara'a. I said none of them are doing da'wah, bro. They're all there just arguing with atheists and Christians. There's no da'wah no more.
Yeah, it's becoming more of like look at me kind of area, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I'm the leader, but I don't know.
I'm the top guy.
Exactly, yeah, that's disappointing, like. But I don't know if you was there. Like I used to watch back in the days. I don't know what this what was channel called, COE, yeah.
Yeah.
And there was one guy, yeah, he was very passionate. He used to wear the qameez and everything. I forgot his name, yeah, a skinny guy. And then he had this. That's it. Yeah, he got passionate, and then what's his name? That guy pushed him. That big guy. What's his name? That's it. Yeah. So what was the Somalis doing at that time? Because you know Somalis, and I feel like we losing. I know that guy wasn't pushing it, but at the same time, you know,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you know, and obviously,
on that video, Somali Bahari's attack now was doing it.
So what? Yeah, exactly. Because you know what? It's a disrespect in it. At the end of the day, yeah, Meshawa is a place where everyone can have their point of view in it. You know what I mean? I know Abu Tahla, yeah, is that his name? Yeah, he was a little bit like he was going on his face a bit too much. But at the same time, that's what you know what I mean? That's what it's all about, innit? You know what I mean? Speaker's Corner, yeah. I was gonna say Hyde Park, innit? But yeah, you know, it's a place where you know that's how it works. So he shouldn't push the guy. And then, you know, Somali, they should have said, listen, you don't do that. You know what I mean? You don't do that, Sahib. You know what I mean? Because Somali, you know what I mean? We used to be a unit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we do.
So you know what I mean? Like Ka'amal, I don't know where he is now. He's still the same, but I think it would be good to put him back to his place, man.
Yeah, I think wallahi, didn't you see one of Somali then we did a Kitagi garden?
Was that?
Like recently last year, if you go to it last year.
Yeah.
We did buy Somali because I think Nick Ahmed Arabi that would delay.
Oh, the Jeddah guy. The Jeddah guy. Are you?
Into delay.
Okay.
I don't know Malaha Arab can queer up anyway. Because I think what was it Hassan to New Immediate? Hassan to New Immediate. It was I'm not gonna lie to you, it was funny. It was funny, like Hassan Banu Immediate Abazi of the Galan Maya. So if you come to Speaker's Corner and ask a
exactly.
You won't even me and my group here, you won't even see us in the mission religion we're on the other side, innit? Was saying it, yeah. I must have went on Jedi's thing and on Cook was it. 5 hours Somali, all of them didn't quash it. I was like, fucking, I was a joke, man. So today I'm gonna go see him in the Berta today. He's pissed off with me.
Exactly. You know what it is? They don't like Market Arkan Somali school, yeah. You know, like they don't like it. They don't like that. You know that. The rest of the other, you know, African Yashikali, they don't like it. They even question, yeah. I watched there was one program, I think it was Everlast. Is Everlast one of these and then they were questioning, like, you know what I mean? Oh, Hagas, what has Matin, to be Batin, what has you know, like all that crap, yeah. And then when they hear like Somali, then you know, we're resilient in it. You know, we don't stand for shit in it. So you know, he was putting them sometimes those brothers putting them in their places, yeah. But it would have been nice if there was that unity when there's, you know, you tell him, listen, you know, back off, you know what I mean? Back off, you know, Somali man at the end of the day. Yeah.
Right now, what we do in Abdi, since I came there, or Somali was so high state. Or some Haga says children, Haga we don't talk to this guy, we don't talk. I came there, I tried to make
like politics,
yeah. Channel about school in it, yeah. So these times I'm there, I came along on school KNA some other times. Now, like we've got like a thing called Somali channel group. Yeah, like you know, power bars, chargers, camera, you know them on the stands, high stuff. I've got 3 power bars right now, innit? Yeah. So if anyone needs a power bar, once out, innit? Me, let's put the hack and SC content, that's another Somali brother, but a Showmax, and no one knows when in Somalia his channel as well, innit?
Yeah.
So what we started realizing, even let's upon the hack, do you watch that channel?
No,
Kuyra Somali Basket. Kuyra Somali Basket, yeah. His one's more Deen, innit? It's Deen oriented, it's all about the Deen.
Yeah.
I saw some and do for good to fight. Marlin.
Hey.
Little garden, yeah. None of the Arab Muslims to Hana in a Kabum. Arab Kira Makilitili, 50 people. Somali Passport, I'm like, cool. Another time, meet Christiana put in a concord, the Bahid on I had to run across the place and say, what? You pussy, yeah, most cops and gun in it. And then I had a couple of sisters, a couple of people on live stream. By that time, the boy was live stream. Everyone's like, "What are hands get die? That's what they want. That's what they want, innit? Yeah."
Yeah.
That's when I started realizing, what was Somali? No one cares. No one cares. We got all the Somalis that you know.
You know what it is? You're right about Khalid, yeah. And you know, like Afareh and yeah. You know, like meaning like wax or shaqadan ahayn baan galnaa. But like you said, yeah, dadka kale marka anaga dhibaato ku jirno, they couldn't care less. You know what I mean? Like that guy I was talking about now, Abu, yeah, no one helped him. There was a bunch of Arabs, maybe we jogging. There was a bunch of
Somali there was a couple of Somali boys that were hench, like
there you go.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Good innit? Yeah, and I thought to myself. But then again, what you got to remember, Abdi, yeah, it's this young generation.
Is right here.
People.
Boban, yeah, he's right about it. He's saying, you know, of course, أنا عرفت وأقنع تاسي. أنا نفتي أنا, you know what I mean. أنا دين تلا يكون ما أعرف كل جعلنا هموجي. Apart from that, you know what I mean. At the end of the day, ما that can why not عاوننا. That's the only people that should care. Wallah.
And then what is as well, Abdi Libah, like it's gone to a situation where this young generation as well. You see, when I grew up, like I said, I'm in my early 30s, innit, all over, yeah. In Somali, like I grew up in Tottenham. I'm not gonna lie to you, but when we were growing up, yeah, mashallah, you know the elders for quite the nigga when they set pace in it. That you're done by dealing with. So it came to our generation. Our generation straight is like the man didn't give a shit about your qabil in it. Mali was Somali in it. Of course, Somali that type of thing. The man te mokusa budina. Now,
exactly.
What arkisa Somali actually bikara. You know this young generation are filthy. Into actually being readers for dehgilian half a day. I know car Somalia was Somali Albanian Utilian. They're doing stuff for Albanians against Somalis. One is Somali and Somali, one Nahimal.
No, we lost that, Neil. We lost it, Neil.
We lost that, bro.
That's happening everywhere. Well, like in West, yeah. I'll tell you what happened in my area one time, couple of years back, yeah. I'm one of them ones. I'm like you, old school, yeah. So when I see like Mama Somali, like Takarena, I'm a Kabarlo Somali, I get involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, straight.
So what happened was, yeah, I got involved, yeah. Kabar Somali, yeah. I got involved. I find out who did it. You know what I mean? Because I live in Adan area,
yeah. Yeah.
Guess what? Yeah, a couple of months later, I'm chilling. I just come back from football. Yeah, I just see in Somali or Marti in the middle so the yeah. And don't forget, I forgot about this, innit? This couple of months later, yeah. And I see them coming after me, and I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Oh, what's up, innit? And then they were like, Sahib, you know what I mean? Ninkas Adan Kim Yadishi. I said to them, no, yeah, Talad Bustami, Lawad Muhammad C. I put him in the right place. Boom, yeah. And they were like, Samani. So I said to them, listen, Key Somalia, I want to guys. At the end of the day, you know, that's the good thing with us, yeah. You find out, you know, Somali, you know what I mean? Somalia, so Ganisa, you know what I mean? Obviously, you might not find out Kamaduga, wherever, yeah. But like you said, there's them kind of people that they couldn't care in Somalia. You know, when the Gucci and Kostas,
yes.
But there's not that many of them. I'll be honest with you. Most of the time, once now, but some of us have lost that that unity by the but you know what I mean, we can't do nothing about that. You know, some people are gonna choose Marate, you know what I mean? They're gonna choose this the environment they're in, then their blood at the end of the day, innit? So we can't really do much about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. Like that deep should be Karimesi, then it's gone to a situation. Especially Kohan Din Kawasha Kutaranga. Kwasi, they won't even acknowledge like Somali no Balgornia. You can't even talk nationalist Balgornia. I said, where's this nationalism? Yeah, who you guys are trying to impress? What the Kino governors are calling nationalists? Get the fuck out of my face.
Exactly. They don't understand where you come from, yeah. But I remember though, like you said, yeah, in the 90s, yeah. I remember this. There was times where we used to get chased by the NFs. I don't know if you guys have them. You know that skinheads, yeah.
Come on.
And then we was tight. I'm telling you, you could tell the amount of Somali families that live around my area, yeah. And you'd be like, Herki. No one cared about Qabil, yeah. But you know, Somali again, and you used to once let's yeah. And then after school, you know what I mean, the skinhead will chase you, yeah. And then you know what I mean, the next day was the Arnesa, you know what I mean? So
that's true.
You know what happens sometimes? Yeah, this is normal and it happens everywhere. That's so what happens is you don't stick together. So I think
you don't stick together.
Exactly. I think with Tottenham, you guys had a lot more people coming in after was it 2004 when the European market Somalia Europe to Sogish summer. So there was like Somali but same in my area.
Yeah, same.
Now you know what I mean. Now it's like literally, you know what I mean. That's how it becomes.
No, like, bruv, I knew one Yaban high, bro. I'm Abdi. I'm one of them brothers. If you ever saw me in the Lamic and I saw you, yeah. I'm always one of them brothers. Like, that's Somali one salam. I add one salam. Muslim to other man salam, innit, yeah. But when I see a Somali across the road, look like quick. Nowadays, Kofka salam si Papa Scoopy this out. What's he looking at? The fuck, you know what I'm on? For the month of salam, good money on his like, I ladder. You get on coming from.
I didn't man. Don't stop that, brother, man. At the end of the day, yeah. I think you keeping that positive, you know what I mean? Salanta wa hakmuka wa ina qofka ina salanted, yeah. But warunta, you know, is more of like that I don't know what it is, yeah. That not all of them, obviously. That into salanta ka qaadiyan, but there are ones that you know what I mean, salanta ka qaadiyan, but I think ajirkaadu ku soconaya.
I know. But I know sometimes you just gotta keep your two toes.
Exactly.
Muhammad, Abdi, on that note, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna end this one. Haddo, 8 o'clock, eating mother. 9 o'clock, I will do another one for us, yeah?
Inshallah, brother. Inshallah, brother.
I'm gonna be in speakers. Yeah, I'm gonna be live streaming you guys. Please share, like, and subscribe. Shilaman yara da haisana igusa shuba. Khair bon skogne wa nagi wa yegi Somali speakers. We'll be back later on in the evening. Yeah, this is part 1. So later on in the evening we'll be doing a show. C'est data mela it's not so abdi.
All right, bro. Khair bon skogne, brother. Take care.
Yeah. I want Maverick come in the building right now. Yeah, anyway, I'm on my way to a speakers call. I'm going to be live streaming right about now. Probably going to be talking to two people. You get me? Salam. This guy, fam, this guy, I'm not going to lie to you, he's all beloved right now. Like, come on, man. I'm going to see you, Megahead. I'll catch you in the park, family. You get me? Hey, Somali, if you're there, see you there. Big up my brother, Mood Beast. Big up Mohammed in the chat. Big up Abdullah. Big up my brother Yusuf, the new panelist. Big up everyone. What's that? Big up. Big up Bomb usually in the building. Big up all the Somali speakers family, SS family, Ahmed Guri as well. Love ya, but I gotta leave ya. So I'm gonna be live streaming in about 10 minutes anyway. So in a bit, my family.